Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I'm your host, Jem. Let's cue the intro.
Don't know how I'm here, and it's you that I want and need. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good.
Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I'm your host, Jem. How are you all doing? How is everyone? Tell me, what's going on? What you've been up to? So, we're going to talk about the game today. Obviously, it wasn't a massive game, we know. It's a game that we obviously had to win. Chelsea versus Morcambe. Chelsea 4, Morcambe 0. What we're going to do is, we're obviously just going to go through the game. I'm going to go through the game first. We're going to have a little chat about it. Then we're going to go into the player ratings. And I want you as the viewers, get your ratings in along with me. And yeah, really, let's take it from there. So, what did I think about the game? Well, the first half was absolutely shocking. I thought we were absolutely shit, not going to lie. Very strong team with Timo Werner up front, Hakim Ziyech, Cho, Mason Mount and Havertz. I mean, that you can't get any stronger than that. It's massively strong. The first half kind of reminded me of the issue we've had with the 4-3-3 for the last 5-6 games. It was just a lack of movement, static. Our 2-8s picking the ball up instead of driving with the ball. They're going to the side. They're going sideways, playing sideways football, and then they're dragging themselves into wider positions to pick the ball up. When what they should have been doing was giving the ball to the Ziyech's and the Chos and making runs behind. Which is what we did in the second half. The first half, I can't condone it, was shocking against a team that, let's be serious, it was shocking themselves. We didn't get out well. Kepa probably done the best save he's ever done in his life in the first half. I think it was a bit like Spider-Man, wasn't it? He went one way and then jumped the other and sort of pulled it back. And we went into half time. Obviously, Mason Mount got his goal, so big up to Mason Mount and happy birthday to him as well. But other than that, we go into the first half and it's pretty dead. It was pretty poor from what I'd seen. And I expected the reaction. We got the reaction, and the difference between the second half and the first was what I always bang about, whether it's on the terrace, whoever's platforms I'm on. If you're static, the 4-3-3 will not work because your 2-8s have to make runs behind the Timo Werners, the Ziyech's, etc. And we wasn't doing that. In the second half, you saw Billy Gilmour, who I thought had a very good game, turn, look in front of him and play that ball in quickly. If it was Cho, if it was Havertz, once they received it, they then turn and they, straight at the defence, which then allowed Timo Werner to make better runs, better movements, link play. Because in the first half, just be serious, Timo Werner was making runs and we weren't finding him. We couldn't find him for next to none, and I do blame the Mounts and the Havertzes and that, because we was going too sideways. We should be looking like this, and we wasn't doing that in the first half. But, Werner gets his goal. I'm happy with that. Havertz got his goal because I thought Havertz had a great game second half. He played very well. So I'm happy he got his. But the people that stood out for me in that game were Cho and Billy Gilmour. They were the two that stood out the most. And the biggest problem we got now is we go into the Fulham game and we don't know whether we're going to actually see them start. We know Kante's banned, which means Kante cannot play against Fulham. I don't want to see Jorginho come in, but we know that it will probably be Jorginho just because of who he is, his name and his experience. I think we should give Billy the go. He's more positive in his play. Man like Ches is here as well. Ches, what's happening, bro? You all right?
I'm good, G. We saying?
Not bad, man. Not bad. What did you think about the performance today, bro? Tell us.
In the first half, it wasn't great. Like, it gave me flashbacks to the games we've lost in our recent form. It was just poor, innit? Like, side to side, a cluster of players in one position, players swapping up with decent errors, but no one's finding them. The team of Ireland made some decent runs as always. It wasn't being found. And if you didn't notice that, Ziyech and Havertz and Ashford, they're all bumping into each other because they're all trying to do the same thing. So no one's making that separate run in between the lines, or even despite we have like large width, they don't really use like pocket spaces that often, which is weird because they're actually pocket space players. So yeah.
It was an issue, and in the first half, we can't condone it. We was poor. It was a poor first half. But DJ Sav says, "How's it going, Jim? Good win for us. Not getting carried away, as it was only a Morcambe, but they gave us a very a few scary moments. So happy for Werner and Havertz score. If we don't see Cho next game, so I agree. Look, it's good to see Havertz and Werner score. They now need to kick on. We want to see a reaction. They got to take that that goal and going into the next game. I want to see the same attitude we saw in the second half from Havertz is what I want to see more consistent throughout a game. I don't want to waste half an hour, 40 minutes of absolute dead football to then go in, get the bollocking from Lampard and then come out and then, there's a reaction. Why can't we just not switch it on from the beginning? Because if we played like we did in the second half, in the first, it probably would have been 6-0.
100%.
Easily.
And the second half, we actually played well. Like, it changed it all up.
We
quick
did.
passes, a lot of confidence on the ball. Werner was even more confident on the ball. Hudson-Odoi was great the whole game. I think he was decent the whole game. He was doing a few tricks and skills, trying to make things happen. And then you got Havertz into the game more. And then even the second goal, where Ziyech puts it over, we haven't seen him do that in a long time. Instead of crossing it in, he actually put a diagonal through ball to Havertz. He put it on the plate for Werner. And that's what we want to see. Like, that's what he was doing. What was the last game he done that? Who was it when he got that assist? And then he got injured after that. I think it was Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds. Yeah.
And then he done a similar pass and it worked. And then ever since that Leeds game, he got injured. We've been in poor form. So, exactly. We just need more of that.
Yeah, and I agree. And look, the thing is, the truth is, Ches, if we could play more like that, going into the Premier League games, we would get results because that second half worked. I know people were still moaning, we're going and we're getting the ball and we passed it into the wing. No, the second half, it was different. It wasn't. It was Havertz making runs behind the fence, Mason Mount running into spaces, which is what they should be doing as 2-8s. Yeah, Ziyech picking the ball up and having more options to play through balls, or it wasn't just the same old knock straight in the box. Cho was getting the ball and he was direct. Yeah. Cho was good today. He was direct. He got the ball and he drove. Do you know what I mean? Down the wing. And it worked. It worked. It definitely worked. And Gilmour, I mean, how do you think Gilmour played? Was you impressed with him?
Yeah, I think he done well. I think he dictated in the field. I didn't see him make much mistakes. He's strong in the ball. He's tenacious. He's in for a tackle. And I think he controlled him. I don't think he put a foot wrong that game. I think he's one of the players where either half, even though he played poor first half, I think he had a consistent performance. He could walk out of that and go, I did well. I put in a shout for Friday against Fulham.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Would you? I was going to say, would you play him? Obviously, Kante's banned, so we know he can't play. He's got Kovacic, he's got Jorginho as options. You've got Billy Gilmour, who had a good game. I know it was only Morcambe. Do you throw him into the mixer? Do you think we should give him the opportunity? Because I just think we're more positive when he's on the ball because he always looks forward. He always looks ahead. He never goes sideways. Like he's always looking to try and open up space and get the ball in quickly to the 2-8s, and that's what we want. With Jorginho, we don't get that. With Kovacic, on and off, but I don't think Kovacic could play that position as well. So, it is what it is. So, going to go through some of these chats quickly. What we got here. That was, I don't know what they're talking about here. I think there's someone in the group chat that's pissed everyone off, said something. I don't know what it is. But Gilmour was average in the first half, but he stepped up in the second half. I agree. But then, it wasn't just Gilmour that stepped up in the second half. It was the whole team. Havertz looked 10 times better in the second half.
That's why we have to give credit to Lampard in that instance, because we don't give enough credit to Lampard. Maybe he went in there and thought, look at the way we just scored that goal. Let's go quicker play. And that's why I think it is a bit of the players' fault as well. That's why I do agree with you in terms of how comes one half with the same players we're not doing as well as the second half, even though we have more energy in the first half. You know what I mean?
I saw a lot of Chelsea fans moaning about the first half and saying it's Lampard's tactics, this is the ways. And I'm going to keep saying this to people. Look at what happened in the second half of that game and look how he was in the first. What was the difference? And I keep spitting it out to people. Players started playing their positions properly. Mason Mount was running into spaces. Havertz was getting the ball and was direct. He was driving. There was space to run into. What they were doing in the first half, they were picking the ball up and they were going left, right, left, right. You know, or coming to the ball, like right
Yeah,
back
the
to where
same
Zuma
thing.
is, turning it around.
Yeah.
And who they got in front of him? Timo Werner's making runs constantly. We don't find him. So he then decides, you know what? Because I ain't getting it, I'm going to come deeper. And it wasn't working because the 2-8s, again, for me, wasn't doing what they did in the second half. If they could do what they did in the second half, you would have had a completely different game because they're all running into spaces. And this is what I keep saying to people. It's understanding of your positions. It's not always about yes, it can be the manager, and yes, they do it in training, but training and playing are two different things. People need to
Yeah,
understand
exactly.
that. It's massively different. And as long as Havertz can keep doing what he did in the second half, as long as Mason Mount can do the same as well, cool. Would I have started Mason Mount today? No, I wouldn't have started him today, but he started. I wouldn't have started Werner, and he started. Ziyech potentially no as well, and we started him. So it is what it is. But Charles says quadruple incoming. Oh, leave it out. Charles, Spurs fan.
He's been excited.
Our fan base is growing bigger and bigger every year, and it's brilliant. That's true, Daniel. Appreciate it, bro. Big up to Aaron, who's in the chat. Big up to you, bro. Nice to see you here. It's just quick. Hassan's in town. Hassan, welcome, bro. Hope you're good. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if you do, Ches, but this guy said, "What do you think of Arsenal signing Kem Ichal from Rangers?" I think he's a quality.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is, to
Never
even
heard of
honest.
him.
Yeah, change of tactics. I agree. Exactly. And we did in the second half. If you noticed, Ches, we stopped crossing the ball as much. We started actually playing the ball into pockets, holes in behind the defence because our 8s were running into them spaces, which then they maybe done a low crossing, but they were in the box when they were crossing it in. They weren't like where Aspie is right on the corner flag trying to whip balls in all the time.
Lob it in, yeah.
So it was a little.
So I think
it was.
That's why I mean. That's why I was being harsh. It's not all on Lampard. The players can use their own intuition and go, wait a minute. Havertz goes, wait, I'm supposed to be a 10. Let me get into a pocket. And look how he gets his goals.
Yeah, exactly. It's a gelling thing, bro. I keep telling people it's a gelling thing. And I don't blame them. But to be honest, I do a bit because they like the first half. If that was Fulham in the Premier League, we would have been in trouble. But we probably would have been 1-0 behind because it was not good enough. It was not good enough. We had like 2 or 1 shots in the first half. That's poor against a team that's in the second division. Do you know what I mean? Come on, that's not good enough. Will says, what strikers should play, Abraham or Giroud or Werner? I think you've got to stick with Timo. I know people were banging on about Giroud playing and Tammy playing, and I get that, but he's got his goal. Obviously, we played better in the second half. Play him. Just get him in and get him going.
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
I definitely wouldn't drop him.
No, nor would I. I wouldn't drop him as well. Big up to you, Chris. It's nice seeing you here, bro. Here we go. Chris Welsh is going a bad day. Charles cheers you up. He definitely does. Prime said that this would be a loss for Chelsea. You think the team can take it into the Premier League and pick up form? They need to. Football United, they need to, bro. It has to happen because they can't continue playing the way they have. It's been absolutely shocking.
The first half wasn't great, but we turned it around. So as long as you play like that in the second half, the whole of Fulham, then no one's going to complain. Even for 80 minutes, no one's going to complain. But that's what we want to see. We have the quality players to do it. Hopefully, we do have the tactics. So let's just go out and do it, man.
Like Ziyech through ball to Hudson-Odoi, and that's more not just crossing. Yeah, exactly. And I agree, Chris. That is exactly true. Chaddy, can you please stop abusing people in the chats, please, mate? Yeah, ads. It doesn't matter if I'm doing it, ads are doing it. We're a collab. At the end of the day, we support each other. None of the who's better, who ain't. It doesn't matter if I'm here and I've got more views or if ads is here. It's nothing to do with that. At the end of the day,
saying that.
Yeah, come on, mate. Don't say stuff like that, man. This is a good community we got here. We don't need people like that there, yeah. Gio's a big up to Gio, my AC Milan fan. Keep up the grind. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I did Sour Clan. I just had a word of them now. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the player ratings, yeah?
Let's go.
Let's start with the most obvious individual. Didn't have to do much today. Kepa. Now, people in the live chat, can you please let us know what your ratings are for each individual that we bring up? So let us know what you feel. Ches is going to give his, I'm going to give mine, and then we're going to see what you guys say. So starting with you, Ches, what did you give Kepa?
Oh, you know what? It's so funny. You know that chance the guy had and he swerved on the line and he saved it. I actually rate him for that. You know, it shows he's got a little bit of confidence back. Because if that happened a few months ago, that's going in the back of the net, 100%.
I agree.
Just for that, I'll be nice to him. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah,
Just
fair enough. Will says 6. Real Chris says 7. I'm going to give... Look, I'm not Kepa's biggest fan. I think he actually made his best save
You're
in a
definitely
Chelsea
not his
shirt.
biggest fan.
Well, no, I'm not. But he made his best save in a Chelsea shirt today. I'm not even joking. Like, that save, that was going in. Like, how he even got his body around it to sort of go back the other way. And
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't know how he done that. I don't think he knows how he done it. Look, Kepa didn't have much to do today. When he was asked to do stuff, he was there. I can't criticize him today. Usually I do. I will give him a strong 7. I would, and that's me saying that. He was not bad today. Hassan says 7, looked sharp every shot. You know, they didn't have much against us in terms of shooting. Chris says 7. Always wanted to do this. Can I join? Yeah, Dan, you will, bro. Just let me fly through these and I'll throw it in. You can come and have a little chat with us. Yeah. Everyone's saying 6.5, 7, 6.5.
Yeah, 7's a bit fair. Let's give him a 7, Jim.
We'll give him a 7, yeah? All right.
Yeah.
The viewers have swung us, so we're going to give him a 7. Right, moving on. Man like Emerson. What do we think, people? How do we think he played? Ches, tell us.
Put it in the chat, everyone. Emerson. He came inside midfield. He was in midfield a lot, in the gym. You see him in midfield.
He was doing amazing in the first half.
I don't know what he was doing there. He didn't help anything. Put it like that. He didn't really do much. He had nothing really much to do in terms of defensively.
Yeah.
The shot did come from his side as well. I'll give him a 6. Just above average. He didn't do great. Didn't do
6?
poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.5. No, let's give him a 6. Because you won the game.
Listen, ever since Emerson's came in and had asked to do a job, he's actually done okay, and it's not been that much this season. The only thing that annoyed me in the first half is that he kept getting in positions that a striker should be in and getting in their way. You know what I mean? It was a little bit annoying after a while. He needs to stick to his position. The guy was like, forgot he was a left back. He was like playing in midfield and and then thinking he was a striker. But for me, he was okay. I would agree with DJ Savia and give him a 6.5 on this one. I don't think he was. I don't think he had too much of a bad game, to be honest. So yeah. Right, Rudiger. Ches,
I'll give Rudiger. I'll give Rudiger a 7 again. I think he had a solid game. I think he tried passing out from the defence. He was solid with their strikers because of one of their pace. He didn't really put a foot wrong. He was good on the ball, good in the air. I'll give Rudiger a 7. Could even give him 7.5. But obviously, it's the opposition in his game, so I'm not trying to give these guys 9s.
Yeah. Nah,
we could do a job against Morcambe. Like, you know, I haven't played football in years. I can still do a job. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, look, I actually got a little bit pissed off with him today because he kept giving silly free kicks away when we were asking him to do a job. He, in corners, had 2 very good chances, and he skied them. I don't mind Rudiger. I actually thought he had an average game today. I didn't think much of him, to be honest. I'm probably going to give him a 5. I'm probably going to be a lot harsher than everyone here because everyone is saying 7, 6.5. Hassan saying a strong 8, and Zuma. All right, cool. Yeah, so everyone probably thinks he done better than I did. I don't think he had the best of games, but it is what it is. I need to find Zuma. Where is he?
If you watch Man United game, and you watched how they didn't really show fight, I saw Rudiger, at least for me anyway, the way he was attacking them balls from corners, his defensive work, he looked like he was trying to impress Lampard. Like he was trying to get back in the team. That's my perspective. So
I don't think he done enough though, in my eyes. I still don't think he done enough.
But that's because of his quality. That's not really his fault, innit, if he's a certain level. But I thought his effort was there. That's my fault. That's my point. Man
like Zuma, what we saying, Ches?
Zoom. He was better than Rudiger. Solid performance. I expect from Zuma nowadays. Just kind of get into that centre back runners and Morcambe. But he's done more recently. So I'll give him a 7.5.
Yeah, I agree. I would probably give Zuma a 6.5. I don't think he done much wrong. He had a solid game. He didn't have to do much really, did he? Other than just keep the ball well and move it quickly.
Yeah,
Johnny's saying 5.5 because of the opposition, which is fair enough. That's a good shout. You know, we wasn't playing the greatest of opposition, so I hear why he would do that. Zuma's 6, 8 for Zuma from DJ Sav. Sorry, a 7 from Johnny Blue. Real Chris says 7, so everyone's averaging around a sort of a 7, sort of 7 bracket for Zuma, which is cool. Moving
fair.
on, Aspie, what we saying?
Aspilicueta. It's a tough one. I don't. He had an all right game. I think. Did he get an assist for Havertz's goal?
He did,
Got an
didn't he?
assist for-
Right on
yeah,
his
he got the
nugget.
crossing,
Right on
yeah.
his nugget it was as well. It's a good cross actually.
Again, that's what always gives us solid performances usually, except City was poor. The
Yeah.
Arsenal game, and the Arsenal game as well. But other than a few instances, even today, he was all right. Got down the width. Decent on the ball. I'll give him a 6.5. Yes,
6.5.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.5.
Cool. Well, the viewers are saying Aspie 6. That's Johnny. Another 6 here. Hassan saying 7.5. Fair enough. Will saying 5.5. I would probably agree with. I'd probably say 6. I mean, you can tell he's getting older. You can tell that he's not the same Aspie a year or two ago. In my eyes, he seems like he's slowing down a bit. In my eyes, like when I watch him, I feel like he's slowing down a bit. But however, he's got abundance of experience, and he had a professional game today. So I would give him. I would give him a 6. I would say. Moving on. Billy Gilmore. What we saying, Ches? Young Billy Gilmore. Man like Billy.
Man like Billy, yeah.
Yeah, man like Billy.
I'll give Bills a solid performance all round. Kept hold of the ball. Didn't make too many mistakes. Even people got past him back. I'll give him a 7. Good game, but obviously perspective is needed, isn't it? So let's see if he plays against Fulham and plays the same way, higher opposition, then he'll get a higher rating. So I think the 7's quite fair for him today. 7.
7, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. 2 seconds. I'm just sending someone the link that wanted the link very quickly.
Game of win.
Just Prime, because he's asked
Prime.
to come in.
I hope he's any better though.
Yeah, well, I didn't send it to you, Prime. I didn't send it to you because I didn't think you was well. So that's why I didn't send you the link. But I've dropped it to you now. There's 26 of you, man, here at the moment. Please subscribe, like, share, retweet. We love the support at the moment. Yeah, Billy Gilmore he played well today. A lot of people were saying, Yvonne is saying 8. Hassan says a solid 8. What's his name? Chris says he was a 8 man of the match, which we'll get to. Man of the match will be at the end. Gilmore 7, controlled the game. For me, Billy Gilmore was at 8. I thought he played a very good game today. I mean, he wasn't the best in the first half, but he wasn't the worst, if you know what I mean. He couldn't have done much more on what he was doing. And in the second half, because the people in front of him were starting to move and make space, it obviously made his game a lot more easier, and we started to see a lot more talent from him come through. So I'm going to give young Billy Gilmore an 8. I've got a strong 9 here from Real Chris, which is fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Right, let's move on to man like Havertz.
Hi, Havertz.
What are we saying?
He's one of my favourite players, so I'm going to have a bit of a bias here. But I love the way Havertz was on the ball today. I think he was solid. He got himself a goal and assist, despite the fact he hasn't. He's actually been doing well recently, Jamie. He's come off the bench, you know. He's come off the bench a few times in a few games. And we've even said he should have started a few games, but he hasn't. That's Lampard's fault, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give him a 7.5 because he actually had an impact on the game.
Yeah, I mean, look. Yeah, I agree. I thought he definitely had a better second than first. I thought in the first again he was too static. He wasn't doing what he's good at. And you know, in the second half, all right, I know he set up Werner's goal and whatever else, but in the second half, he made his game easier because he started doing what he's good at, which is making space, picking the ball up, driving with the ball, linking with people, and then at the end of it, getting in the box because the man is good in the box. You saw the way he laid it out to Werner. He's good. Trust me. That's where you want Kai Havertz. If he can start doing that for himself and for us, you will see him playing a lot. I mean, he got an assist today and he scored. He can. Who can't say he can not do that against Fulham? Of course he could. You know what I mean? I thought Kai Havertz was a strong. I'll say 7.5. I would have given him an 8, but I thought he was poor in the first half. Do you know what I mean? So he's still getting there and learning. People were saying 8, 7.5, 7.5, 8 or 7.
Yeah.
Johnny Blue's
We
saying
both said 7.5. 7.5 is fair.
7. Chris is saying 7. Wasn't as good as people said, is what Chris thinks on Havertz. All right. Man like Mason Mount, Ches. What do you think? On his birthday today. Obviously, his birthday as well. How do you think?
Pick up his birthday.
Big up to him.
22, I think.
Got his goal, didn't he? As well.
He's a tough one because I don't know, like he goes in and out of games. But he's always a solid. The thing is, he's consistent with it, but he's not over. Like, he scored a good goal, got us off the mark. I'll give him a 6.5. You know, I know he got a goal, but it's like I need more from him sometimes. I do need more.
Yeah,
like, it's mad because like the reason why I've seen it the most is because we're playing Morcambe, and he still didn't stand out. The goal was a goal. It was a banging goal. I'll give him kudos for the goal, but it's just like other than that, all the rest of the midfielders actually had an impact on the game. Odoi, Ziyech, Gilmore, Havertz, they all like had a direct impact. He scored his goal. Other than that, did he have a great game? Not really. So for the goal and his overall consistency in the game, I'll give him 6.5.
Yeah, I hear that. I think, yeah. Look, I'd give Mount a 7 today. It is his birthday. I think he gets a lot of criticism from us fans, and I feel like the first half, especially. Look, he scored the goal. I mean, if he didn't score that goal in the first half, I would have probably given him a 6 to start with. But second half, he was better. He was making runs into spaces and pockets that he should have been doing more at the beginning of the game. Obviously he got his goal. And did he get an assist? I don't think he got an assist, did he? No, he didn't.
No.
But no, overall, I thought he didn't have too much of a bad game. Mount 7.5 from Johnny. 7 because I think he had good link up. Chris says, I like Mount a lot. I wish he had a break, but 7. Yeah, I agree. I think he gets overplayed. Do you not think, Ches? Like, he's overplayed at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, he gets played, I think, nearly every single game. But I understand why Lampard plays him. He's pressing. He understands the system. But in terms of what he brings to the team, Havertz could do a better job than him. That's the thing. So, but that's not his fault. Like, he can only do what he has to do. So man like
Callum Hudson-Odoi. What are we saying about this guy? He keeps proving everyone. Let's say proving everyone wrong, but proving Lampard wrong. Every time he plays, he has a good game. He's not falling off of his expectations that he's sitting. So he's having a good game and he's keeping that level. He's not having a good game and then going like that. He's getting there and then he's going there and then he's going. So how do you feel he played?
My guy Callum, my brother.
Yeah.
I think I have to give Callum man of the match for me. Touches on the ball, star quality above the opposition, got himself a goal, got himself an assist. Throughout the whole game was a threat. He'd get the ball, give the shimmy directly at the right back and give him some problems. Switch his wings with Ziyech sometimes. Good passing ranges. Bro, he had a solid game.
Yeah, well, people seem to agree.
Man of the match, 8.5.
Yeah, well, DJ Sav's giving him a 9. Daniel's giving him a 10. 10 out of 10 from Daniel. Chris has given him an 8. Real Chris has given him 8.5. Abba's given him an 8. 7.5 for Johnny Blue. And a 9.5 from Man Like Hassan. Man of the match, runs were so good. Thank God he didn't go by him. Yeah, and then Gio, the AC, he says Cho was a 9 today. I've got to say it. I think it was a 9. I've said what I think about him. He's coming in, and he's sitting there and he's giving Lampard issues, and he's saying, "Look, I know Pulisic. You might think Pulisic is better than me and Ziyech, but I'm playing better than him at the moment. Play me, let me start. You know." Do you know what I mean? The thing is he going to get played though? You know, this is the thing. This is the thing that.
No, I'm telling you right now, he has to start against Fulham.
I don't think he will.
And if he doesn't, then me and you have to start looking at Lampard a little bit more than we are now. Like, that's actually a serious problem if he doesn't. He's getting goals and assists every single time he plays.
Yeah, I know.
Like, he's not like he's playing well. He's putting up numbers.
He is putting in numbers. And look, everyone's putting a 9. I've given Callum Hudson-Odoi a 9 today. We're going to do man of the match at the end, yeah? So save your man of the matches for the end when we talk about it. What I'll do is I'll put the link in the chat for about 10 minutes and people can come in and tell us who they think their man of the match was, and we can have a little chat about it as well. Moving on swiftly, who have we got next? We have got man like Ziyech. Cheers. What we saying? Hakim.
Ooh, I think he got himself 2 assists today. Yeah, he got 2 assists. Overall, he was all right. I don't think that. Oh, I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it, Jim? Because like he got the assists, he was a threat, I guess, but he wasn't as a threat as Hudson-Odoi was.
No,
he was. What did I give Havertz?
You gave Havertz a 7, didn't you, or 7.5?
7.5. I'll give Ziyech a 7.5. Him and Havertz had a similar contribution. Ziyech was good on the ball, good crosses over the top. Actually tried doing something different for once, other than crossing in from the wing every 2 seconds. Good link up. He's just come back from fitness as well, from injury. So I'll give him 7.5. Good performance.
6 from Abbas, 8.5 from Will, 9 from Daniel. Daniel's rating everyone higher today. Ziyech is an 8. Ziyech is a 7 for Chris. 8 for the other Chris, the real Chris. And then we got 7.5 for DJ Savjay. I mean, I think Ziyech was okay today. I thought he was again better in the second half more than the first. Again, it's his second game since he's been injured. I would give him a 7. I'd say. For me, I always expect Ziyech to be like the baller up here all the time, but I ain't going to be critical on him because he's just came back and it's good. He set up 2 goals today. It is what it is. Hassan says 8.5 standard Hakim Ziyech, second assist, and an assist man was launching balls through defence. He was in the second half. And Ghost147 says an 8. All right, you know who's last? Man like Timo. What are we saying about Timo Werner, Ches?
Timo Werner. Timo got himself the goal. I'm very, very happy. It put a smile on my face, Jim. I can't lie. When he scored, I was so happy, especially Havertz's assist as well. That made me gassed. Overall play, kind of what we're used to. He does make runs. You think about it, Jim, when he plays, he doesn't actually have a bad game. He just doesn't score. Same as today, he actually scored. That's the difference today. He actually scored. So for that reason, give him a 7.
Yeah, well, Johnny says a 6. Yeah, some people giving him... It's a bit mixed at the moment, Timo Werner. We've got Timo Werner at 6, 8.5 from Daniel, 7 for Chris, 7 for DJ Sav, 7 for Hassan. Chris says finding Timo. Well, we found a goal today, Chrissy boy, so we can't be too upset.
That's there, mate.
Chris says Werner 6 average performance and 6.5 for Abba. Look, I think Timo Werner was doing the right things in the first half. I just don't think he was being found. And one of the things that Timo Werner is good at is his movement. It's definitely his movement and his pace. And in that game, it got to the point where he got so frustrated from making runs. And I remember watching him doing this all the time, going like this, like, I'm here, like, knock it quickly. Yeah, and all we kept doing, he was going sideways. And what would you do as a striker if you're running into positions, you're then having to look round again and get back on side, and then making that run again? And then you're like, fuck's sake, and then you're coming back. And then, so then what do you do? What's the natural thing you would do? You would go to the ball. So what was he doing in the first half? Going to the ball, because we were not finding him when he's making runs. So we have to be critical of the players around him. That's, you know what I mean? At the same time.
100%.
It is what it is. I will give Timo Werner a 6. I'll give Timo Werner a 7 actually today, because he got his goal, and I'm happy he got his goal today, and I just hope he can kick on, and I think he gets a lot of criticism. And I think he will come good. So, moving on to Frank Lampard as the manager, the overall rating for the manager. Ches, how do you think he done today?
The rest of them I pondered. This one I've got a straight answer. I've got a 6. 6 because in the first half, I don't know why there wasn't enough intensity. I don't know why the same tactics were applied. But then obviously he changed it around in the second half. So overall we had a decent performance. So because of that reason, I gave him 6. Simple as that, really. Nothing more to it.
Yeah, I don't think Lampard done much wrong today. I think people would moan about the way he set up and how strong it was. I kind of understand why he kind of done that, because you've got to bear in mind, we're not really playing well with our strongest team anyway. So why not play our strongest team against the team and to get a bit of confidence going into the Fulham game. So
Yeah,
I
that
can
does
see
make
why
sense. Yeah.
I can see why he would do that. But I know a lot of people will moan about it and say, "Oh, we needed our strongest team to beat Morcambe." Well, no, the problem we got is we're not confident at the moment, and that's the issue. Look, guys, I put the link in the chat, so if you want to come in, have your say, please come in. We're going to move on to man of the match. Ches, who is your man of the match?
Callum Hudson-Odoi. Simple as that. Definitely a class above everyone else on the pitch.
Reasons?
Class above everyone else. Touches on the ball. His direct impact. How direct he is as a player in general. His passion. His work rate. He's shown that throughout all these games. It's a shame we couldn't do it for 90 minutes, but today we got full, I think, 70 minutes out of him when Pulisic came on. So yeah, I'll give him man of the match.
Nice, bro. Nice. 1 second, Gio. We'll come back to that. Man of the match is DJ Sav says Cho. Thought we had a very good game. Chris says Gilmore. I'm going to say, look, I'm going to give it to Callum Hudson-Odoi today. And that's because every game he came in, he's played well. And he deserves a chance. Look, I've been quite critical of Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I've always said that he's never hit the expectations that I thought he would throughout his Chelsea career. And, he started off with this young prospect in the reserves, pull through, and then obviously got into the team, started well in certain individual games, picked up an injury, and then he just laid off. He just wasn't the same player. But no, Callum Hudson-Odoi played well today, and he's having a very good season so far. We've got a lot of people in the back, so we're going to bring you in one by one. Yeah, so people in the back, just hold on. We will get you all in individually. I'm going to start with my boy.
Give us a question.
Yeah, give us the questions. People in the live chat, get your questions in. The first person in is my guy Daniel. How you doing, bro? You all right?
I'm all right. You? Yeah, I'm all right.
Not bad, bro. Not bad. Who was your man of the match today, bro?
It's obvious. Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Callum Hudson-Odoi. Why? Tell us.
Come on.
Because he's been our best player for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. No,
and
I
he's
hear
always
that.
done something. He's always done something when he comes on.
Do you think
What do you think about
start against Fulham as well? What do you think?
I think he should start against Fulham. I think it should be Pulisic and Cho against Fulham. Gives the extra rest
against Fulham. Fair enough. I hear that. I think Ziyech is going to start. I'd be surprised if Callum gets. I just got a feeling it's going to be Pulisic again. I really do think it's going to be Pulisic again, which is annoying, but it is what it is. But Daniel, what did you think about the overall performance today? Tell me, bro. What do you think?
Same as you. First half it was average, and then second half we got better and better.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. Look, Charles, bro, you keep coming in with these comments, and it's getting boring now. You keep saying you're going to win the quadruple. We ain't quadruple, mate.
Said they're going to win 10-0 earlier.
Please, just stop with this. Stop with this nonsense, mate.
We don't want to win 10-0 earlier, so
Big up to Navinda, who's in town. He says Kai Havertz for me was man of the match today. Made amazing runs in the box. He did in the second half. He looked like the Kai Havertz that we spent the money on in the second. I know it was only Morcambe, and we get that, but at the end of the day, it's good to see him actually, putting himself out there and trying to get back to his best.
The thing is, with it's only Morcambe. It's the FA Cup. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and the people being harsh because you've got to beat what's in front of you. Look what happened to Leeds to Crawley Town. So.
Exactly that. Going into the game against Fulham. Oh, shit, just done something I didn't want to do there. Daniel, what are you expecting? Same formation? Would you give Billy Gilmore a shout? Do you think he deserves to start, knowing Kante is suspended going into that game?
Yeah, I think it should be the same team except for Kepa, and instead of Rudiger, put Thiago Silva in. But take Ziyech out and put Cho and Pulisic.
No, I think that I disagree. I think Pulisic should be dropped. I don't think Ziyech has just come back, whereas Pulisic actually had time to be in the team, and I don't think you should push Hudson-Odoi out to his weaker position to accommodate Pulisic, who hasn't been in form. Do you know what I mean, man? So I would drop Pulisic. Don't know if that's me or not.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Daniel, we're going to have to let you go, bro. We've got so many people in the back
Yep.
waiting to come in. Nice having you on as always, bro.
See
Appreciate
that,
your
mate.
support.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take care, bro. Bye-bye. All right. Next up is my guy, Stevan. What's happening, bro?
Like that.
Remove. We don't have this on a Chelsea stream, mate. We don't want to see that kit. Make me feel
Come
sick.
on, man.
Why have you got that kit on? Why have you
What?
got that kit?
He's
Why have you got that
gassed
kit?
because they won. He's gassed.
Nah, just a bit of banter, that's all, right? Oh, by the way, Charles, mate, you said you were going to win 10-0, weren't you?
Yeah, it didn't, did they?
Yeah,
It did not win.
I
So,
even
Steve,
I even did the watch along as a favour for him to see if he'd come on.
yeah, he wouldn't come on, bruv. He wouldn't come on. What did you think about the Chelsea game? Did you watch it?
I watched parts of it, and it's more down to just making sure you don't fall on a banana skin in these sort of rounds is what. But as much as obviously, yeah, as much as you don't want your team to, as much as you want, I wanted like Chelsea obviously to slip up because it'd be hilarious, right? As well as say Tottenham as well is that you just got to make sure you get through these early rounds, and this is why I love the FA Cup in the third round, and the fourth round is that these non-league sides get to have a go. And fair play to say like Morcambe, they had a go, and Marini had a go, but in the end, it's good to see that I saw Havertz on the score sheet. I think that some of his criticism has been justified and also a bit sketchy because we don't know how his health could be, whether it's compromised or not. So it's good to see that he's had a good run out, and all it can do is build confidence that you may need to take into the Premier League games in a minute, because at the minute your team's got no confidence, a bit like how Arsenal was before we played you guys. We had no confidence whatsoever. So
I agree.
I mean, it was like our game. We were dead. Until we took Willian off.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I just want to say something that Christian has just come up with. It says free Tomori. I don't know if you heard, but when Lampard was talking about Tomori, he actually told us that Tomori will be going out on loan. Like there's a loan set up for him, so he'll be leaving the club. This is why he's not been getting as many games, apparently. So
I think that's a decision the board made. I don't think that's his choice, because if you think about it, because he hasn't played so much, you've got to think about maybe the board have told him we want him to grow as a player, just put him out on loan. I think Lampard's known this whole time. We just didn't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, do you know what it sounds like? Do you know what it sounds like to me? I mean, this is probably where I say I put Frank Lampard on the same level as Arteta at the minute. Is that Arteta's done this with Saliba, right? There is no one can justify to me or come up with a valid reason why Saliba, when Fofana is supposed to be second to him when they were teammates, is playing every week for Leicester, and that Saliba can't get in front of Mustafi or Kolasinac, or before Kolasinac went or anything. But yeah, why can't Saliba get in front of Mustafi, the likes even David Luiz, right, and get in front of them, and has to go back out on loan to Nice, where we've got some of our dead defenders, right, earning over 100 grand a week. I don't get it, and this is where I don't trust Arteta as well, and he's overplayed Martinelli. Now we don't know how long he's going to be out for again, which is a massive blow, because we were literally dead until we came back.
Yeah.
And this is where I justify why I'm Arteta out. I just don't trust his management in his squad and his decision making in the transfer market, as well as some of the performances on the pitch. He shouldn't have picked Willian for starts. I don't care if you pick someone from the academy, right? I would have picked a 12-year-old over Willian, right? I didn't want to see him in an Arsenal shirt again, and it just, and this is why I see the same problem with Frank at the minute, is that some of these decisions, whether it's the board or not, I don't know, because I'm not obviously following Chelsea that much, but I can just see very similarities between the two.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
Yeah.
I agree. Look, Stephen, I'm gonna have to let you go. We've got so many Chelsea
Yeah,
fans in the back, bro.
can I just say is
Yeah,
that I picked up your channel whilst I was on my channel as well, and
cool. Appreciate it, bro.
to everyone, Arsenal transfer news tomorrow, and then I've got my hot off the press show, which is Wednesday at 7, and that's for every football fan, so not just Arsenal fans. Anyone can come on and join in. So by all means, and
Yeah,
get
get following
subscribed to
people.
GNA TV as well as mine, obviously.
Yeah,
All
appreciate it, bro.
right, take care, guys.
See you later, bro. Take care of
Yeah.
yourself, mate. See you later, man. Bye. Next up, man like my guy, Johnny boy. What you? Oh, I've just got rid of him. Sorry, bro. It's the laptop. You know when you click it, I double click it, and it took you back out. But yeah, how you doing, brother? You all right? You good?
I'm good, yeah, man. I'm good. How you doing, guys?
How you
all right?
feeling after that performance, Johnny? Man, tell me what's on your mind.
You know what? I expected. I've been saying for a while that Lamps had to play that formation, and he did, which I was really pleased with. And he had to play Havertz, in my opinion. I thought he was going to rest Mount, but he played him, so that was a bit of a surprise. But I knew Gilmore was in, and I was very happy with Gilmore. I've been getting a lot of stick recently about Gilmore, so I'm glad he put a top quality performance today.
He did.
But yeah,
he did.
I feel all right. I feel good. Like I feel more confident going into the Fulham game.
Yep.
And the most pleasing thing was that Havertz and Werner broke their duck. You know, and that little spell just to give them a bit of that little boost that they need.
Who was your man of the match?
It's quite tight for me, but if you're going on the end of the pitch, the final third, then obviously Cho was the most active
Effective.
and
effective.
But for me, I'll go with Gilmore just because of his distribution in the midfield and how he kept the fluidity of our play. Whether we were penetrating or not, it was just like a constant flow of passing, whether it's simple, but he was a bit more ambitious sometimes through the game, where he played a direct pass into Odoi or Havertz to then lay off for our wingers or right back and left back. So it's between them two for me, but they both had a really good game.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was satisfied. I wasn't over the moon because of the quality of team we was playing against. We were very poor in the first half. I thought we played well in the second. What I don't get, Johnny, with our team is how we can't play the same way throughout a full 90 minutes. It's like we do the opposite in the first half, and we come out and we're playing the way we should have done, originally. And it's like, why does it take a half time to then come out? And then for Havertz and Mount to make runs into pockets and etc. etc. Do you know what I mean? Like, they should be doing that from the beginning. Why are we dilly dallying sideways football, going backwards, not looking forward? Werner's making runs, we're not picking him out. That's the things that we've got to get out of our system very quickly. Because put it this way, if we was playing Fulham today in that first half, we probably would have been losing 1-0, I think, because we wasn't good enough in the first half. We wasn't moving the ball again quick enough. We wasn't creating enough. So just going to share a screen with you guys. Can you see it? Just let me know. Oh crap! I've gone back. Can you see my screen?
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
All right. So obviously we beat them today. I'm looking. What I wanted to do is look at our next 5 games. Right. So we've got Fulham on Friday at 8:00. What do we think? What we're expecting in terms of result on that one, Ches? Do you think we can get the job done?
Oh, I think we can say performance. Yeah, we could definitely get the job done. We've got a better team than Fulham, who should be fighting for relegation. So we should definitely be finishing them off. No way is a draw acceptable. Are we at home or away anyway? Just wondering.
We're away. In this one. It's down the road, basically.
They've had
down the road.
Yeah, it is usually down the road. But I think good performances recently against Liverpool and that. They've had a few draws. I think they've drew like the last 4 games, which has been great for us. So shows they can shut up shop. But yeah, I'm expecting a win. And if we don't get a win, then could see Lampard leave.
In terms of the next 5 games, out of 15 points, Johnny, how many points do you think we need to accumulate? And how many points do you think Lampard will need to get to keep his job as well? Or do you think he'll be under pressure if he doesn't hit?
I mean, Fulham's going to be a very tight game. And I think it's going to be very cagey. So they're going to sit back. It's going to be a tough game just because they're going to sit back. They're not going to come on to us. So, I mean, let's say a 1-0, 2-1 if they nick a goal, something like that, ideally. But it must win. Leicester, I think we're all right with the Leicester. It's the Wolves game that worries me a bit. So, Leicester, I think if we get a win against Fulham, that's 2 wins on the bounce, more confidence, go in Leicester, win that. The Wolves game for me is a slippery one, banana skin. So is it acceptable if Lampard's won 3 games in a row and then goes to Wolves and loses? Oh, sorry, we're home, sorry. So yeah, I'd like to say 10 points, 10 to 12 points is what I would ideally want.
Look for that.
Tottenham
Yeah.
Well, you looking at up to what? Up to Tottenham or up to Sheffield?
So up to 5. Forget Sheffield. Let's just do up to the 3rd of February. So, how many points do you think we can get in the next 5 games? Prime, are you with us? Yeah, as well.
So our 12 points, yeah.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Yeah, how are you feeling? You feeling all right? Feeling better?
I don't know. I woke up today. Actually, no, yesterday I thought I'd be okay enough to do a live stream, watch along for the game. I woke up with 15 minutes left of the game. So,
yeah,
and I woke up like
you're sounding better, though.
Kind of. Better, I woke up like I've been through the ringer, so I don't know. But thanks, guys.
Prime, I've got a question for you quickly. Obviously, you can see our next 5 games there. How many points do you think Chelsea can accumulate in the next 5 games?
Fulham, Leicester, Wolves, Burnley, Spurs. Well, we will beat Fulham and Burnley. Leicester, Wolves, Spurs. I want from Leicester, Wolves, Spurs. I want 2 wins and 1 draw.
Yeah.
So what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 points.
13 points out of 15 you're going for, yeah? That's big. That's a big amount of points. I think if we can get that amount of points, I think that'll push us back up there. You know that? I mean, not even just the top 4. I think that'll push us right up there with them.
Yeah, with the others. We would have beat our direct rivals. That's why. But I think that out of Fulham, Leicester, Wolves, and Burnley, was that 12 points. I would expect 2 wins and 2 draws is the bare minimum. So 2 wins against Burnley and Fulham, and a draw against Leicester and Wolves is not embarrassing at all. Like Leicester above us in the league.
10 points. 10 points minimum. But I want to get through that run.
Yeah.
Like I want to get back. I want to for me just take it a game at a time. Let's see how we do against Fulham then Leicester. But I want to slowly get back on a run of form where I'm not saying unbeaten, but we're winning games and we're playing well. We're looking confident because we're in January now. We're going to have to play Atletico Madrid next month.
Yeah.
Even though even though we're going out against them, I want to at least put in a performance and put up a fight. So.
That's fair enough, bro. That's fair enough. Johnny boy, is there anything else you want to say, bro? Because we've just got 3 more people at the back that want to jump in and sort of push in an hour on there.
I just think, I agree with you guys and Prime. I think 10 to 12 points for sure. But I just want to see some momentum built. That's all I want. I just even if we're grinding them out. But I fancy us against Atletico quietly. So that's what I say.
No. It's the hope that kills you.
I do. No, you've got to have that. But I don't know. We did him last time in the backyard. I just feel we've got a chance.
We've always got a chance. We barely did them, and that's because we had an impact off the bench from Batshuayi.
That was a very lucky goal as well.
Yeah. It was. It definitely was. But
it is what it is. Football's part of luck. So
it is what it is. Big up to Johnny boy though. Nice having you on as always, bro. You're always welcome to
Awesome,
come
guys.
on here with us.
later, mate.
Take care. Talk to you in a bit. See you later, bro. Bye. Right. Next up, we have my guy, Man Like Winter Surfer. What's happening, bro? Good.
All right, guys. How you doing?
Not bad, bro. How are you? What did you think of the performance, Winter Surfer, overall?
Yeah, I thought it was better, but it's much better than previous 3 weeks. I like Kai Havertz being higher up the pitch. He was sort of like a old-fashioned centre forward,
Yeah.
up there knocking it down, which is where he needs to play. But today was all about just getting a win again, and getting that confidence boost for the guys. That's why I think he played a strong team, because there's no way you would have played a stronger team if we were in good form.
I think it's about fitness as well for some players.
That's why Ziyech started as well. So,
Havertz as well hasn't looked good, so he's got minutes under his belt. Werner has minutes and a goal playing centrally, which that matters. Callum as well, minutes, got a goal. Mount hasn't looked the best recently. He's got minutes, he got a goal. Kept a clean sheet with Kepa.
Yeah.
To say that Mendy couldn't do that, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's about to prime. What he's done is he's gone in poor form. I've got opportunity here to get the players in a bit of form. Synergy getting a little bit going, just for the Premier League to start back on form again. So he's just thought ahead of us, really. I didn't think he was going to do this strong team, but in hindsight, I think this is the best option.
Yeah, he had to do it because of the form we'd been in. There's no way he would have done it. If we'd won all our games in Christmas or gone undefeated, there's no way he would have played that strong a team, I don't think. Not against Morcambe.
No, I didn't think he would do that as well. And you know what? I said it to Ches earlier as well. I feel like the reason we played such a strong team, and people were moaning about it, is because if you look at the last couple of games, even with our strong team, we haven't been putting in the performances. And I think for him, he's just felt like, you know what? Forget who it is we're playing against. I need to just get them playing. And if it means them scoring a couple of goals and getting a little bit of confidence out of it, why not? Do you know what I mean? And hopefully that's what he's done. Werner gets a goal. Havertz scored an assist. Mount scored on his birthday. Ziyech assisted. Cho looked deadly down the wing. So, it was overall not the worst game, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
And looks like Mason Mount's going to have a baby brother. Lampard's pregnant. So.
I see you on the beams.
But it'd be interesting. I want to see if he does this though against Fulham, though. That would be the thing. If he plays a 4-2-3-1 against Fulham.
Yeah. I don't think I want to see Billy Gilmour actually play, because obviously Kante's banned. He's banned the next game. I don't really want to see Jorginho come in.
Wait, what?
Kante's banned the next game. I want to see Billy Gilmour come in.
He got 5 of the cards.
Yeah, he got 5 cards.
Oh.
He didn't get a card.
It's gonna be Jorginho playing then.
I don't want it. I want Billy Gilmour. I want Billy Gilmour because he's positive on the ball.
Yeah, but he's a kid.
So,
like I don't just want to be throwing him in and be over reliant on him, because he's gonna burn out and he's gonna have bad performances.
Yeah, but it works. I know
what our fan base is like. How toxic we all are.
I want to check our team against West Brom. I want to see who played in midfield.
That boy, the way we play in that formation, it works for that boy because he's always forever looking forward and picking out the eights. When you've got Jorginho in the pitch, we're going sideways and backwards. I don't see him doing it as much as Gilmour, and that's why I just don't. That's why I prefer Gilmour. That's my opinion. I think he would give us more, and he's quicker. He'll get around the pitch and he'll cover better. He will cover better. That's the most important thing. You know what I mean?
More movement. It's more movement.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check out. No,
Real Chris just said, "Would you guys still back Lampard? Says if he wins the FA Cup and still gets top 4, would you see that as a step forward?"
That was my objective at the start of the season. So that he should like for me, it's a thing of finish in the top 4 or getting 3rd, and FA Cup is that's the minimum or the bare expectation that I wanted from the season. In order to keep that progression instead. However, it's how we do it. We need to see progression in him as a manager.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We need to see him adapt. We need to see him change. We need to see him, react better to situations. Yeah, we need to see him instead of sitting there with his arms crossed, like waiting for something to happen. We need to see him proactive, when something's changing.
And this is a perfect opportunity for him to do this. I think because we're doing so bad, this is what everyone's going to judge him on. If he does well now and goes on a run and gets us in top 4 comfortably, and we get to a final, we do well in Champions League, then people are like, well, he had a bad start, but he improved. And that's what we want to see. But if he doesn't, then he kind of writes the book. He kind of finishes the book for us. You know what I mean? Like,
Navinda says here, Bill Moore will start ahead of Jorginho. Lampard has learnt his lessons. Please look at his press conference and his thoughts on Cho, Gilmore, and his explanation for Tomori not starting. Yeah, I've seen that. Look, we just don't know. This is the thing with Lampard. He surprises us. You just
don't
never
take
know.
his press conference for anything. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I will say, what formation do you guys think we played today?
4-3-3.
Yeah.
Why, what did you think?
Again, like I said, I only catch the last 15 minutes, and then
Gilmore,
so I didn't watch the full game because you guys said Havertz was higher up the pitch.
He was.
He was
not for the entire game, but he was higher than he had.
He would know. Just get it prime. The first half we was poor. We was really poor. There was no movement. Was going sideways again. Very slow on the ball. It wasn't good enough. In the second half, the difference in the second half was what I keep saying to people. Our number 8s were making runs in space behind the defence, dragging players out of position. Ziyech had more time on the ball to set up. Werner had more opportunities to link play as well, which helped, and it worked better because our 2-8s were dragging them around. They wasn't just sitting in front of them. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I want to see. If we're going to play 4-3-3, your 2-8s have to move. They can't be static. Otherwise, it will not work. Timo Werner was just standing there on his own in the first half. Couldn't get the ball. People weren't playing him in.
How many times in the second half did you see Kepa or someone roll it to Billy Gilmore and no one around him? He ran to the halfway line and just gave it to someone. I know it's against Morcambe, but we've not even seen that against the worst teams.
Yeah. Transitioning of the ball was quicker. That's what I said to him earlier.
Quicker. It was moving, but we was direct.
Kovacic is meant to do that, but the poor game is against you. That's what he wasn't doing. As soon as Gilmore comes on, you know what I mean? So
but we don't want to. Yeah.
Oh no, go on, bro. I was gonna say, who's your man of the match? I was gonna say.
I think it's Havertz. Just for his movement, his assist for Werner, and then his goal, because that was I know it's against Morcambe, but that was a brilliant header. It was a brilliant header. It was like an old school centre forward header, so I loved it. So.
No, I agree. I thought, it was great. I thought Cho had a very good game. I really do think Cho deserves to start over Pulisic now because his performances have been very good. People were still moaning about Werner being up front, saying he shouldn't really deserve to be up there. Giroud should come in, this, that, and the other. For me, Werner has to play, and we just need to play it to his strengths if we're going to get the best out of him. And for me, that when you see Kai Havertz and Werner closer to each other in the box, and it works better for both of them. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we need to see more of as well. Fulham midfielder Zambo Ogizia will bully our midfield. Who is that?
They got a cream for that.
Yeah, Samba Anguissa. Yeah. Samba Anguissa. Yeah, he's a baller. Yeah, he will. If we don't. I think that's what he means in terms of if you play Gilmore in there, because if you're going to have Gilmore and Mount and Havertz. Yeah, there's no defensive security in there.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Gilmore, as talented as people say he is, he's still a kid. Mount, he had energy and pressing, but he's not a DM. Havertz isn't going to do the defensive work, not really. Plus, Reece James is also out. So
I agree. Hassan, welcome, bro. It's nice having you back in here again. What did you think of the game, and who was your man of the match, mate?
What I thought of the game was the first half we were slow because a lot of people were complaining about us just pinging in the ball, like crossing, inshallah. But I think the second half we've changed it a lot. As I said in the comments before, from the second half we started doing more through balls and less crosses, and we started getting in behind the defense. And my man of the match is probably Callum Hudson-Odoi first, because he got goal assist and he's got 3 key passes. Did well. I mean, if it weren't Callum Hudson-Odoi, it'll probably be ZX second.
Yeah, I agree. I thought the first half was very slow. The second half definitely improved. What did you think about Emerson's performance as a left back? Do you think he played well today?
To be honest, I barely saw him play. Like, I didn't notice him as much. I knew he pressed quite high, but that's about it. I don't really recall anything that much.
No, I hear you. And in terms of Havertz and Mount, would you like to see that going into Fulham? What would you change with the team going into the Fulham game?
Probably start Havertz, but maybe rest of Mount. Bring him in the second half because he's starting to look tired now. I think Lampard's trying to make him like how Aspie was a few years ago, like just play him week in, week out, get as much minutes as he can. But he's starting to look tired. Midfield's quite hard because you have to run up and down. It's quite tiring. So I think he's probably going to get arrested.
I've got a question.
It's probably going to be Havertz, maybe Gilmore or Jorginho, and maybe Kovacic. But I don't know. That's probably what the lineup's probably going to look like in the midfield.
I've got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Why is it if, and I don't know if this is I don't know if this is Frank or down to the 2 players or whatever it is, but why is it that Frank wants to play the system with 2 8s, but we sent out both Ross Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek on loan? Ruben, I understand he was playing terrible and he just needed a good loan move, but we could have used Ross Barkley.
What difference is he going to make to this team?
Well, in terms of the fact of Havertz coming in and adapting, people keep talking about Mason Mount playing every single game. Don't we need another option to play as an 8? Because we only have we only have Kovacic.
I don't think you need many more. I don't know. Does anyone disagree with me?
I think I think keeping Ross Barkley as another option would have been good personally.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Ross plays well under a team with no pressure. Because I've noticed the only time at Chelsea he used to turn up against was against Liverpool. That was the only team I saw him properly turn up against. But as you see, in cup competitions, something which is less pressure, less expectations, he just thrives in it. So I think Everton would suit him. I think Everton would suit him. If we get about 30 to 40 million, I think we should just sell him.
I agree. I think we should get our money on him, and I don't really want to see him in a Chelsea shirt, but that's my opinion.
My point wasn't sell it. Yeah, we should sell it. My point was that because we didn't sell him this summer, so we might as well have kept him because we could have used him this season. There are points this season where, because Havertz in my opinion, has played way too much when it just looked like he's not fit and ready. Also, COVID doesn't help because he got COVID. Mount has played way too many games because there are times when he should have either come off or not played and just being rested. You have an option of using Barkley and Kovacic as 2 8s because that's the system Frank wants to play with 2 8s anyway. So it's good having another 8 in the squad.
Potentially, maybe we did get rid of one too many, and we could have kept either of Loftus-Cheek or Barkley. But at the end of the day, he decided to get rid of him to for whatever reasons, and maybe Havertz is overplayed slightly and being rushed into things.
No, but that's not true, Jen, because the issue is, people complain about gelling. It wouldn't help if an additional player was unhappy about their squad time, so it make it even worse, to be even more of an unhappy camp. So it's either or. You play from both angles. That's my opinion.
Well, Dropper 2012 says we should offer Barkley plus 50 million for Grealish. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I would selling Grealish though.
I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's good.
I'd give them Tomori with a buyback clause.
Tomori's going prime. I don't know. You didn't watch it, but he's the that Lampard said that there's a loan offer for him, hence why he's not been getting as much game time. So he will be going on loan. So
that doesn't make any sense. How long's Christensen out for?
But
Christensen, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Where's Tomori going?
He probably played it.
Where's Tomori going? Where's Tomori going?
I don't know. He just said there's a potential loan offer for him. That's why he didn't start this game today, because he's got a loan offer. I don't know. But anyway,
probably Arsenal. They have a centre back crisis.
So do we.
Yeah.
Could I say something as well? What's going to happen with Malang Sarr when he comes back on loan? Do you think he's going to get into the team, or do you think it's just going to be straight away
Malang Sarr was only bought for the loan army.
Yeah,
I would bring him back as like backup. Personally, I think
is he good?
The difference is though, Sarr has a higher ceiling than most of the other loanees we've had.
Yeah.
So because of that reason, he might actually be used. But I don't think it'll be next season though.
Last question for you guys. Would you guys take anyone in January?
No.
We need a DM, but realistically, we shouldn't sign anyone in January. We already have too many players in the squad that we bought that need to go.
Yeah, we need to get
unless it's someone that already knows the squad and already knows people in here and is already gelled. But you guys don't want a bit of jello fries in your life, so that's fine.
No, we'll move on with that one. Hassan, who would you choose?
I mean, as what Prime said, we need to get rid before we buy, because we just have too many midfielders. But at the moment, like, judging by the recent rumors and recent posts of Mason Mount and Declan Rice both liking like an edited photo of him in a Chelsea kit, it's probably going to be Declan Rice at the end of summer, knowing Lampard and knowing Chelsea and knowing Declan himself.
Yeah. Well,
Navinder's working with the club as well.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Winter Surfer, what about you? Anyone that you'd like to see come in?
I don't know. We've all said about maybe another winger, but then I don't know who out there. There's no one comes to mind who would sign, really. All the good ones already taken, so probably not, no.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Navinda said Zuma, Silva, Sarr and Rudiger for the next season, unless we sign Alaba or Upamecano. Alaba's going to be hard because there's going to be so many top European clubs after him. He's going to be free as well.
I don't want to sign Alaba as a centre back. He's so average.
And I think Rudiger's going to go in the summer anyway. So.
Yeah, but he's versatile, Prime. You could play him in the middle. You could play him as a DM. You could play him as
It's true, but I don't want to. David Alaba is not going to want to come just to be a versatile backup as a centre back or left back or DM.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't play. Plus, he's not a sole DM either. He would play in a pivot, and we don't play with 4-2-3-1, so it'd be a waste.
And the fact is that he's also wages are going to be high, so it's not going to be a wise choice in terms of financial fair play.
We don't care about wages. Wages don't matter to us. We get around the financial fair play. That's why we've got about 45 people out on loan.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how we get around that.
That is very true. Right, guys, appreciate you all coming on. It's been a great show.
Thanks for paying us.
Huh? What did you say? What did you say?
Am I not allowed to say that?
I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said thanks for paying us. Come on, am I not allowed to say that?
That's all right. Yeah, paying everyone to come on right now. Yeah, as always. Guys, Ches, where can people find you, mate?
ChesX1 on Insta, Chesney_English on Twitter. Follow me up.
Wicked.
What about YouTube?
And YouTube.
I ain't got YouTube.
Prime, where can they find you, mate? I'm sure everyone can find Prime.
Adamus Prime X on Twitter. I used to be rattling Arsenal fans. Now it seems like United fans are quite insecure after being knocked out of a semi-final, but whoever it is. I don't know. Anything and everything that I'm doing, you'll find. Actually, tomorrow, I will be doing the wrap-up on Bits and Bob's channel. Check that out. I'm on the terrace with these lot. You can catch me on Monster CSC, where I host watch-alongs. you can catch me on the KH No Filter Football channel, where tomorrow we'll be doing a reaction to something Rory Jennings has said again, which would be great. What else do I have going on?
I think that's it, bro. That'll do.
Good Lord. It's like a shopping list.
Yeah, anything that I'm doing, you'll see on Twitter. So just
Yeah. Hassan, where can we find you, mate? You got Twitter or anything?
Yeah. I just put my out there. It's unnamed record on the Twitter. And also I'll probably be in and about like on Monster Stream, your stream, or whoever's. I'll probably be on there doing reactions and stuff. So
yeah,
that's about it.
Appreciate it, bro. Love your support as always. And Winter Surfer.
I'm just on Twitter. More so on KH No Filter Football for the Chelsea show. I don't know if we're doing one tonight, but we do one usually every Sunday. But otherwise, I'll be in and about chats and on other streams like Football Addiction, Sonny's channel. I'll probably get a channel because Prime's forcing everyone to get a channel and wants a hand in it. So
no, I haven't forced you to get one. Because when Winter Surfer, actually, just remember this now. Once the Marvel stuff start, we'll be doing some reviews of them.
Oh, okay, yeah, that as well.
Fair enough.
On Prime,
fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, people, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. You can find me, Ads and Sophia, in the description below. Our Twitter links are there. We've also got a Discord channel which you can also add up. So get involved in there as well. Everyone that's on the live chat is also on there chatting away. So we appreciate it, and we will see you again very, very soon.
It's like it's playtime and it's free time. In the dance, they have to take a glance, but we stepping out the